Hey there, my name is Sage and you're watching D&D Daily. Today I'm doing a blind stat block reading of the Silverquill Professor of Radiance from Strixhaven's Curriculum of Chaos. Professors of Radiance call upon magic through spoken words and glyphs formed of magically shaped ink and light. The professors channel radiance to illuminate their allies, bolstering them with encouragement and inspiring any who witness their orations. Professors of Radiance can turn their words into potent assets in battle or strike at their foes with searing radiance. These Silverquill teachers seek to inspire greatness in all that they do, pushing their students to look for the good in all things and bring that into the light. The Silverquill Professor of Radiance is a medium or small bard of any alignment. They have an armor class of 12 or 15 with mage armor, which is a reduction from the pledge mage. They have 97 hit points and a 30-foot movement speed. They have +0 to strength, +2 to dex, +2 to constitution, +3 to intelligence, +1 to wisdom, and +4 to charisma. They have proficiency in dexterity, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, as well as the arcana, deception, performance, and persuasion skills. Notably, performance and persuasion are both expertise. They have resistance to radiant damage, a passive perception of 11, they speak common and any 4 languages, they have a challenge rating of 7, and a proficiency bonus of +3. We start off with a multi-attack, and they make 2 radiant strike attacks. The professor can replace one of these attacks with a use of spellcasting. Radiant Strike is a melee or ranged spell attack with +7 to hit, a reach of 5 feet, or a range up to 120 feet. It hits one target and on hit does on average 17 radiant damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the end of its next turn. We are a spellcaster with a spell save DC of 15. At will we can cast Dancing Light and Friends. Twice a day we can cast Bless, Command, Cure Wounds, Daylight, and Mage Armor. And once a day we can cast Hypnotic Pattern and Tongues. So the archery playstyle that's typical with Strixhaven mages is still in play here, except instead of a 60-foot range, we have a 120-foot range, which is double what most, not all, but most of the mages have been. This is particularly good with the Silverquill Professor of Radiance because our best spell, being Hypnotic Pattern, is also cast at 120 feet. So that's the natural range we want to be at. The bonus that comes with our basic attacks, being blinded, is absolutely fantastic, whether it's against martials or against mages. For martials, it's going to make them have disadvantage on attacks, and for mages, it's going to make it so they can't target enemies. Fantastic. And this is before mentioning that, of course, we're going to have advantage against any blinded enemies. As for our spells, as mentioned before, Hypnotic Pattern is the clear standout. That is an absolutely fight-winning spell, and they will probably use it out the get-go, especially if their enemies are grouped up. Mage Armor, of course, is going to be cast at the beginning of the day. I feel like Daylight would be in response to either, intense darkness or the darkness spell. Cure Wounds I would consider more out of combat, but maybe we can pick up a downed ally, especially if they're on the PC's team, it could be useful. Command is probably not worth giving up the multi-attack, however, in niche situations it could be. And Bless is a fantastic buffing spell. You probably want to start the combat with it rather than use your action to cast it in combat, but of course that's only if you can get away with it. And finally, Tongues is simply a flavor spell. Overall, the Professor of Radiance is pretty simple and straightforward, but is solid. It's definitely strong, solid, an easy stat block you can throw on tons of different mages, so it's really nice for its utility and its flexibility, but you're definitely not getting like this super unique playstyle out of it. This has been the blind stat block reading of the Silverquill Professor of Radiance. We are D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every single day, so if that's interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow.